Don't know if you'd exactly say that functional walking is a goal for Julie, but scissoring when she is standing and walking is an issue, is a problem. More so, it's a problem for her as far as positioning. You can imagine trying to change her clothes, trying to get her positioned in a wheelchair when her legs are bound up and crossed like that. It's near impossible. It's frustrating. You struggle against the tone. She's not trying to do it voluntarily, it just happens. So it definitely helps across the board with her activities of daily living, positioning in school, in her wheelchair so she can function at her computer, things like that, where there's carryover from the horse into these activities. I also wanted to mention about Julie, the best thing that we could have done for her is start her hippotherapy 2 times a week. She's been a long-time rider for us, and she's been riding once a week. And recently she started in the school system, and she rides twice a week now on Tuesday mornings and on Saturday mornings. And I have seen the most amazing changes in her in less than 6 months. She was not able to hold her head up. She was not able to bring her legs down. She was always making progress, but it was nothing as dramatic as that. So here's a case where she's an exception to the rule. This is definitely working for her, and she needs the twice a week. And I can show you the therapeutic benefits that she has achieved from it.
With riding on the horse, it's all about her stretching out her muscles and relaxing them, because her legs and her arms are very tight with the spasticity. Getting on the horse relaxes those muscles and it enables her to try to walk and do the things that she's supposed to be doing. She's been doing it since she was 18 months old. She first started riding with Mary, her physical therapist. Mary would ride behind her and she would hold Julie, and then she's progressed now to where she gets on the horse by herself and rides by herself. I think it's absolutely fantastic. When she first was diagnosed with cerebral palsy and couldn't walk, and that we had a hard time with her. She's got a special walker that she uses that we take around the house and at therapy, and she couldn't even lift her legs. Her legs would always crisscross, as you saw on the horse now. But after so many years of doing this with riding Cookie and Durban and the different horses, it's made that crisscrossing stop, and getting her in the correct positions that she should be in.
She has a lot of extensor spasticity in her legs and a lot of scissoring, which, as you can see, her legs are extremely tight. She's bound up. She has a real hard time stretching her legs up. The flexibility in her legs is pretty nil. Through the horse's movement and time, as the cadence is kept constant, slowly but surely her legs start to loosen up and come down bit by bit until they're actually at the level of the surcingle, if not behind them, depending on how much mobility and flexibility she achieves that day. It's not painful to her, it actually feels good, and there's no other therapy that gives her the kind of stretch where she can maintain the stretch for the entire session.
They've never seen anything like it or seen the results of it, and unfortunately, that's part of our message here, is to get out to the people that this is a great program, and it does help many kids. I've showed him pictures of my daughter when she first started out compared to pictures of what she's doing now, and it's absolutely incredible.
Look at her smile. There's no other activity in the world for her right now where she is that independent, where she's that in control, where she's telling the horse what to do. Where else can she say, I go, when she's on this 1-ton animal that moves with her command? She's happy, she's in charge, and she feels success. That's evident on her face.
Not necessarily because of what they have mentally, but the physical limitations that they have. Is incredible, because you see how hard it is. I mean, my daughter gets on the horse for a half hour and she's working very hard. After a Saturday morning here for a half hour, she's usually taking a nap for about an hour and a half, because of how hard she works and how hard it is for her to keep that control, staying up on the horse with her head up, her knees bent and everything like that.